Hello and welcome back to Strange Antiquities. In this episode, I am going to tackle days 9, 10, and 11, which puts me about halfway through the game. I've seen online that there are 18 days in the game, plus one epilogue day. So let's see what happens next in Strange Antiquities. Constance Bader. My awakening ceremony takes place at the convent tomorrow. I will need a talon. She's got a snake brooch here. There's some kind of religious group in town that worships some kind of snake deity or something. They came in here to get a mask, I think. The priests of Holgar, yeah. And Holgar is this guy. I don't know. I'm awfully suspicious of anybody who's worshiping this guy. So they want this. An initiate of the League of the Amphibian Heart. It's just a dude. The League of the Amphibian Heart uses these items as part of its grim initiation rite. They guard their secrets closely, but it is said that they worship the ancient nameless gods, communing with them via the broken path. Acolytes must press the tip of a talon hard against their cheekbone. Oh, okay. That's why this picture's here. To the point of drawing blood, they perform this act nightly for 49 days, 7 sevens, after which the scar will forever mark them. I don't like the sound of that. That sounds pretty creepy. But I'm thinking it might be this thing, because it's got 2 fingernails, which are worryingly sharp, and there's a snake ring on the finger. And she's got a snake brooch, so I'm thinking this is it. The shape of the nail tips match the scarring on the cheek of the person in the sketch. And I have another paper, a page for my book. And Simone Green is back. Oh, where's Jupiter today? Oh, you know what? I didn't even notice he wasn't here. I always look forward to coming in to say hello to him. I've been working my way through the journal, but it's heavy going. I keep coming back to this series of sketches. Does this mean anything to you? Could it relate to the plinths? Oh, this looks like thalmic fields. Relate to the plinths. Oh, right. She helped me use these plinths to open a secret area of the shop. Well, we have this paper here talking about thalmic fields. Invisible to the naked eye, that can be observed by placing an object over a thalmic lens. I don't know what a thalmic lens is, though. But see, these swirls kind of look similar to the swirls on this. This is a diurnic field pattern, and this is talking about a diurnic field. It says 1, 2, 3. So maybe if we place objects 1, 2, 3 here that have these fields, then we'll open up another secret area of the shop. But see, the problem with this is we're still missing a tile right here. I found 1, 2, 3 tiles, and I put them in this border here because there's a repeating pattern, but there's a 4th tile still missing. Maybe we'll get that today. Oh, she's back. Bonnie's back. I've come back for that Corvin's Mite, and I'm not taking no for an answer this time. Oh, okay. I want a Corvin's Mite. Either you give it to me or you never see your cat again. Take it to the woods behind Calgarth. Oh, come on. Can I not tell Barton Potter that she's gonna come and get him? I don't want to be responsible for him getting killed, but I don't want anything to happen to my cat. Can I not talk to someone like her sister, maybe? The woods behind Calgarth. Alright, well, I'm not going to deal with that right now. Maybe her sister will show up and I can tell her what's going on. Wyatt Collings. I think I've been cursed. 2 weeks ago, I was quietly minding my own business in the Guilty Ram when a stranger came up to me. He handed me a book titled The Changes of Dr. Learmonth before leaving. Something about it intrigued me enough to take it home with me. Ever since I read the first page, I've been having terrible nightmares, and they're getting worse. Why, is it a scary story? I spoke to Dr. Robertson, and she sent me here. So we've got to figure out what he needs to get rid of his nightmares. Nightmare, sleep vessel. Well, yeah, I don't think he wants a sleep vessel. He wants his nightmares to go away. Let's look at the book on curses, since that was written by Dr. Robertson. Noctic sight. Those suffering from this curse speak of increasingly vivid nightmares. Okay, so how are we supposed to counter that? Protection and enveloping night. Moonstone. Well, there's this object. It's made of gold, and it's got a light pink gemstone, which would be for protection. I don't know, I could be wrong. Oh, I was right. Features a moonstone. A cat could be considered a comforting guardian. That's true. Oh, it's a moonstone guardian. Unbound. Lift a curse. Okay, let's look in here under Moonstone Guardian. I wasn't specifically looking for a Moonstone Guardian. But Moonstone Guardian is for the banishment of Hobbs, fear, and Noctic sight. These tend to take the form of a comforting guardian. Alright. Alright. Well, I found it. Verona Green. There's not much that can unsettle me these days, but I found something at Calgarth Hall that I'd rather I hadn't. Oh, doesn't this note tell me to go behind Calgarth? In the cellar where they found those two poor girls, I came across a bubbling black mess that was oozing from the rock itself. Seems there's a sickness in Undermere. It's in the earth and the water, and it's spreading. I suppose it falls to me to find out where it's coming from. If it's underground, then underground's where I'll start. See if I can find anything in the catacombs. I have a map. Do you need a map? I realize now that I've been a little careless. I've been getting headaches. Oh no. I won't go into the catacombs without a sex drum. Can I show her this note? Can I get her help? What's a sex drum? Protects against insanity in all its forms. These items, like the mind itself, are not well understood. Oh, I think I know exactly what that one is. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? This one. See, it's got protection symbols. And this is the symbol for insanity. And she's calling it a sex drum, which would be six-sided or six-pointed, and it's got 6 points on it. So I'm thinking it's this. This item features symbols of protection surrounding a symbol of insanity, hinting at its protective properties. Oh, it's the end of the day. I guess I've got to go rescue my cat. Calgarth Hall is number 25 on the map here. The woods behind Calgarth, I assume, are these here with all the little trees. Let's go. That's close enough, says a voice from the shadows. Give me the Corvin's might and I'll return your cat. I peer into the gloom, but I can't see anyone amongst the trees. I hesitate. I should give her what she wants, but then again, I am a thaumaturge. I don't always have to do what people want. Perhaps there is a better way to find out where Jupiter is. Diverging hook or Corvin's might? What's a diverging hook? We already know the Corvin's might is the tool of an assassin. A diverging hook is a way to carve thoughts from the mind of another. If done with skill, the third party may have no realization that the thought was ever there at all, but it is all too easy to leave a mind in disarray. Even when approached with care, the unanchored thoughts are easy to lose track of. They have a single gemstone from each of the 3 thalmic branches. Well, let's look in our gemstone book. No, you know what? It would be in the symbols book. Hang on. The thalmic disciplines are celestial, diurnal, and individual. Alright, so what's got 3 stones on it? This has 3 stones. This has 3 stones on it. And it looks like they're radiating out of the mind of someone here. So I'm gonna go for this one. Woo. The item has a gemstone from each of the thalmic branches. Amber from the diurnal, aquamarine from the celestial, and topaz from the individual. Hang on a minute, though. This says aquamarine is a stone of water. And the celestial branches of thaumaturgy in the symbols here say they represent the moon and earth. How do they get water from that? I mean, I know the moon controls the tides and there's water on Earth, but that's kind of a stretch. Come on. I mean, I can understand amber representing the diurnal because that's day and night, and amber is a stone of fire and light, I guess. And then the individual was topaz, which is the mind and body. But topaz is a stone of strength. What's that got to do with... I don't know. I just lucked out I don't think these gems match up very well to how they're used in the game. I'm being honest here. I mean, I just know that they said that this thing, the diverging hook, had 3 stones on it. And then, like I said, you know, I just assumed because this one's shown kind of radiating out of the mind, I was hoping that was it. But I don't think I would have been able to figure out which stones were representing celestial, diurnal, and individual, because the meanings of these stones didn't really seem to match up with how they explain these disciplines. But okay, that one was a little bit, I don't know. that was a little bit confusing. But anyway, we used it. I focused my attention on the diverging hook, searching the woman's mind hurriedly for any thought relating to Jupiter. It doesn't take long for her to realize that something is wrong. She steps out from the shadows with an enraged look on her face and lunges at me, causing me to slice wildly with the diverging hook. Her feelings of anger flow through the hook into me and scatter. She stumbles forwards, confused now, and I try again, this time latching onto a swirling image of Jupiter's face, and I cut once more. I learn instantly that Jupiter is safely stowed aboard the Mary Bell, and I back away uncertainly, feeling a complex mixture of anger and pity at the now placid woman in front of me. Well, why didn't I just try to cut out her hatred of Barton Potter? And then assume that she would help me find Jupiter later, when she stopped hating Barton Potter and wanting to kill him. But okay. Jupiter is hidden behind the Mary Bell. Where's the Mary Bell? The Mary Bell is number 23. Here. Mary Bell is an old paddle steamer that hasn't been in working condition for many years. There's nobody aboard, and nobody that I can see, at least, so I climb over the railing and start peering through grimy windows. As I approach the far side of the boat, I hear a desperate crying coming from behind a windowless door. I try the handle, and it opens to reveal an unimpressed cat with mismatched eyes, Jupiter. He springs from his prison into my arms. I hold him tight to my chest, and he rubs my chin with the back of his head, purring with delight. Oh, catnap not forgotten. We rescued Jupiter. Oh, baby. I'm so glad you're back. Oh, those purrs. Now we can end day 9 and see what our dreams have in store for us. He tried to use the diverging hook on his partner as he had done on himself, but he could find no part of him that had not been taken over by the infection. His partner's hands ripped at the satchel, tearing it open and sending the black casket tumbling out. Oh, so maybe we could use the diverging hook to help those people that have the black eyes? Alright, here we go. Dragging my finger over the touchpad. It's a cross. Below a moon that does not shine, there is no mark upon my shrine. In the dark, but not alone, my neighbor bears a cross of stone. Could this be in the catacombs? Let's go. There's a moon that does not shine. Could it be this one? Is this below the moon? When I think of below the moon, I'm thinking of down here. But it says there's no mark upon my stone. My neighbor bears a cross, so I'm thinking this one. Nope. The card didn't disappear. That wasn't it. As I descend further into the catacombs, a strange sensation comes over me. It is not fear, although fear is mixed in with it. With cold clarity, I know at once what it is. I have entered an area known as the Depths, a place where few have been and fewer have returned from. Not even Palians can clear the air here and render it safe to breathe, but there is a way. Slate miners inhale the vapors produced by a spirit called a wandering shroud. They say it invigorates their senses and stays the mind rot that would otherwise consume them. It would be dangerous to continue exploring down here without following their lead. A wandering shroud. It's not in here. When it says they inherit the vapors produced by a spirit, I assume they mean like an alcoholic spirit and not a ghostly spirit. But I don't know if I've even got pages for a wandering shroud. Here. Shield charm or spirit vault. I bet it's the spirit vault because it mentions spirits. A spirit vault, also known as a fetid chamber, is a receptacle used to store a wandering shroud. The interior is lined with a paste made from sulfur, hence the nickname. They are not considered dangerous since shrouds tend to be benign, but on occasion they do not take kindly to being restrained. A faint vibration of the receptacle can be felt when a shroud is held within. So it is a ghost. It's not actually... It's not an alcoholic spirit. It's an actual spirit. Oh my god. It has a smell like rotten egg. That's sulfur. But I don't feel it vibrating. Alright, well I'm going to go with this one since it has a rotten egg smell, but it's not vibrating. I try to breathe in the vapors from the wandering shroud, but to my horror I realize that the spirit vault is empty. Yeah, it didn't vibrate. My vision starts to blur as the cloying air of the depths fills my lungs, and I stagger away in a daze. When at last I reach the surface, I take deep breaths of the fresh air, but my lungs ache for some time after. I need to be more careful. I have written to Barton Potter. He will know where to find a wandering shroud. Okay, so we gotta wait for Barton Potter to bring us a wandering shroud for our pot. And then we will be able to follow up on this clue, assuming that I was looking in the correct place. It's day 10, Saturday. It's Catherine Walpole. I have traveled a long way searching for an eye of the forest. I have read stories of the Drerer of old who would hunt in partnership with an eagle, seeing what they see soaring on the wind. I intend to rekindle this lost custom. Perhaps you know something about it. Oh. Oh, we have the voice of Cernunnos. I don't know if we've ever found the eye of Cernunnos. Nope, we have not. Known as the Eyes of the Forest, these ancient artifacts enable one to enter the minds of lesser creatures. It is alleged that Cernunnos himself wielded an eye. Eyes of Cernunnos are hard to come by. They are powerful and should not be used carelessly. Well, I don't have a lot of unidentified artifacts left. The mind in a binding seed is described by a spiral. Well, let's see here. The voice of Kernunos. Yeah, there's a spiral there. Well, it might be this, because this definitely looks like the top of his staff. What are green stones associated with? A stone of earth and nature. Is it that kind of green? Because there's malachite, which is a stone of sight, the fourth eye. Well, I mean, that's associated with eyes too, so a green stone could definitely be the eye of Kernunos. I'm going to go for this one because it looks like the top of his staff. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, this will go down to here and push me towards insanity. Oh, I'm right. Using the index in the book, I can find a sketch of Kernunos holding an item that looks very similar to this one. Yes. The jade gemstone, stone of nature, hints at the connection to the natural world. All right, I was right. More pages for our book. Oh, it's the postman. Hello, Mr. Schaefer. I was expecting to talk with Verona Green this morning, but she wasn't at home. Unusual for her. I hope she's okay. Oh, yeah, she had gone to do some research. Oh, he's got a letter for me. From Mrs. R. Bream. If you can spare the time, we'd appreciate your help. There's something unusual in our house. You can't miss us. We're the only detached house on Ruskin. Warmest regards, Mrs. R. Bream. Well, let's take this down here and go exploring. The only detached house on Ruskin. Where is Ruskin? Here's Ruskin. And here's the only detached house. I am greeted by a tired-looking middle-aged woman who immediately offers me tea. I gratefully accept, enjoying the social ritual before we meander towards the point of my visit. She leads me up the stairs and into the attic. A single small window does little to dispel the gloom, but our eyes slowly adjust. Then we hear the voices. At first, I think it's the house creaking in the wind. Soft, murmuring groans that seem to come from the walls themselves. But then I start to feel as though a conversation is happening, too quiet to make any sense of. So I need something to help me listen to the conversation. Alright, well, this is a hearing charm. It says I'm hearing a conversation that's too quiet to make any sense of, so I'm thinking I need the hearing charm. Yes, they are discussing a section of the wall where some of the bricks are loose. Carefully, I pull them away to reveal a small cavity. Inside, to my horror, is a human skull, its dark eyes staring lifelessly back at me. At the insistence of the voices, I reach inside the cavity and my hand closes around an unusual-looking item. Immediately, the voices fall silent, and my heightened senses are left with the whooshing drumbeat of the blood being pumped around my body. I guess I can hear my own heartbeat and my blood rushing because I'm using the hearing charm. So the voices wanted someone to take this object. What is it? Ooh, that looks cool. Raised detailing. It's bronze and a green gemstone. Okay, and it looks like the witch symbol here, the triple goddess symbol. Well, let's put it over here with all this stuff that has moons. Oh, it's a pendant. Oh, of course, yeah, it's got the little bale at the top. Well, still, I think it should be with the moon stuff. Alright, that was cool. Grenville Pierce. My father's sword has a space in the hilt where a shimmer should go. but he sold it to buy whiskey a long time ago. For whatever reason, he never did sell the sword itself. I wanted to restore it to its former glory. He needs a shimmer. A shimmer. These belong to a series of objects that were designed to slot into armor or weaponry. They induce calm rage in the face of the unimaginable horrors of battle, allowing the bearer to stay one step ahead. The Knight of Thorns famously wore a shimmer on his chest plate, but it didn't save him from being slain in the Battle of Souther Fell of 1356. Armor worn by the Knight of Thorns. I think this is where the shimmer would slot into, and I think I know exactly what it is. It's this thing, because that's what it's shaped like. Made of gold with some stones. It's weathered, but it's a green stone. Looks like malachite, maybe topaz or amber, and a black stone. Hard and cool, hard and cool, hard and cool. Don't think it's onyx, because it would have these white striations in it if it was. Obsidian is a stone of fire and fury. That doesn't seem like it would keep you calm. And a stone of fire and light, heat and life. But it sure does look like it's the right shape, though, doesn't it? With these notches here. I'm gonna go for it based on shape alone. Yeah, that was it. This pendant would fit into the slot shown in the sketch. The topaz and obsidian gemstones hint at calm rage, whereas the malachite suggests foresight or staying one step ahead. Does it, though? I thought it said fire and fury or something like that. It doesn't seem calm to me. But okay. We have some more pages for the book. Where's this Barton Potter guy? He's supposed to show up and help me get a spirit from a jar. Alright, we're done with this one, so let's put it in the archive. Mail doesn't go as fast as electronic communication in modern times. Freddie Lamb. I don't think we've seen him before. I work at the steel mill in Keswick, and I don't think there's a one of us hasn't suffered a nasty burn. Do you have anything that can protect against that sort of thing? Well, let's look in the index. Protection. Serene Ward. Made from basilisk scales, a material known to endure intense heat, these unusual objects can permit the bearer to withstand fire and flame and remain unharmed. They do not, however, offer protection against the deadly basilisk itself. Basilisk scales are highly prized. I think I know. It's this one. I think this has a basilisk scale. It's leathery. A brown shard of some kind. It has a black gemstones and an orange gemstone. Black and orange gemstones. A stone of fire and fury, volcanic glass. What's the orange gemstone? Topaz? I don't think so. The amber? Yeah, this must be amber. Yellow or orange. A stone of firelight, heat, and life. Though I would think something that was protecting you from heat would actually have elements of cold in it, but I'm going to go with this just because I think this is a basilisk scale. The item features a basilisk scale. Yep, the amber and obsidian gemstones hint at a connection to fire. Okay. Ooh, I have another page for my book. Thanks, he says. My wife will be relieved. I found this down the side of the counter here just now while I was waiting. Don't know if it's anything important or not. Just found it on this side of the counter. Oh, it's the last tile! I think it's the last tile we need to complete this board. Now we can look at thalmic fields. See, it's got this symbol at the top, which is the same symbol that's on the board here. Thalmic objects produce a field of sorts, invisible to the naked eye, but can be observed by placing an object over a thalmic lens. It doesn't seem to have a field. Of course, I don't know if I'm even using it correctly. I have no idea if this is, you know... Oh! I had to click on it. Oh, there's the lens! I've opened it up. Here I was just placing objects right on top of it, and I had to open it up. Oh my gosh. This is mentioning an object made from silver having a diurnic field. Alright, what's something I know is made of silver? Oh, look! It's making a pattern. It's making this pattern. I'm gonna put it there. Because we have these 3 pedestals and there's 3 things here. So maybe if I find something with this pattern and something with this pattern, we can put them here and here, and that'll open a new area of the shop. Yeah, see, that's doing that pattern. Number 3. Now we gotta find the spiral pattern. Is there something with a spiral on it? This has a spiral. Nope, but that's giving off this same pattern here. I don't think that's quite the same spiral pattern as this one, though. I don't know, is it? Maybe. Yeah, that worked. We got a new object. Let's look at it. Warm and smooth. Gold detailing laid over stone. Nothing else seems to be here. And all of my objects went back to the center. And there's a check mark on this piece of paper. So we are done with that clue. No, no, come here, come here. You can go right in there. That is cool. That is so cool. I knew when I first started playing this game that I was going to have to complete the pattern around the edges here and find the tiles. I don't know how else this is going to help us, but it's helped us get into a secret area of the shop. Audrey Bell is back. She's a priestess. Judgment is coming. We worship the warrior not out of love, but because he is powerful. Because he demands our fear. What use is a god that you are not afraid of? Those of us who have read Holgar's teachings have known about the prophecy for a long time, and now the casket will finally be opened. It contains his final lesson for those who will not kneel. It contains his retribution against the sinful. It contains his divine rage. Why he's so mad? My preparations are underway to celebrate his wrath and prove our devotion. For now, a veiled fen is all I require. I wish I could just tell her no. But in order to progress the story, I've got to find it for her. A veiled fen is brightly colored in the light, but it clouds over after a short period in total darkness. They can be used to command attention from individuals or small groups of people. Public speakers sometimes use them as a substitute for charisma. I really don't want to give this to her. I really don't, but I've got to. Brightly colored in the light and clouds over after a short period in total darkness. Well, how can we put it in total darkness? Well, let's open this up. Maybe if we put it in here, it says it clouds over after spending some time in the dark. So maybe we've got to put it in total darkness for a minute. Nope, that's still pretty bright. I mean, I don't even know if I'm doing the right thing. I'm just making assumptions. Oh, it got dark. This is it. This has got to be it. So that's what that little box is for. I thought it was just a super secret chamber that we had to figure out how to unlock, and we found some objects in it. But it's actually got a use in the game that is so cool. We've used the candles to identify objects before too. I haven't used this. Oh, there's a little bug there. Look at the little bug crawling up. Itsy bitsy spider. Hickory dickory dock, the bug crawled up the clock. Anyway, there's this thing here. I haven't used it yet. If we pull on this, it changes the moon phases. Oh, see, because there's a spider web here. That's cool. Anyway, okay, here's your veiled fen. The item is brightly colored, but when placed in darkness, a drawer or cupboard, for example, the eye darkens. Oh, I wonder if we could have put it in a drawer down here too, like one of these drawers, and it would have done the same thing. Oh, that's the end of the day. All right, let's see what dreams may come. The two men fought as the heavens opened and lightning flashed across the night. One man wrested the casket from the other's grasp and leaped astride his horse, galloping off into the cold, wet darkness. Is that the casket she's talking about that's going to open up and seal our dooms? Now we have to trace this pattern to get the next clue. Oh, this is shaped like that object that fit into the armor. This looks like pieces of the map, doesn't it? Maybe this is trying to tell me that I've got to triangulate. Find this building, and this building, and then go to the center between the three. Oh, look, this little symbol of the compass is the same as this one here, at a little angle, at the same angle. Like it's telling us, hey, you've got to look at the maps to solve this clue. Oh, here we go. I forgot that I had a magnifying glass. This is it here. Number 15 is the one at the top. Look, that little rectangle and this little area here. That's this one. So maybe the bottom left is this one. Alright, so between here, here, and here, it's telling me to go into the center. See, it's got this little center, like there's little paths from each one. It's saying to triangulate into the center. So between here and here, triangulating up here. I'm guessing this is where we need to go? It is. When I draw back the curtain, I am unable to control my exclamation of horror. Behind the dark red velvet is a silent, squirming, seething mass of eyes, all shiny and wet and alive. Fear takes hold before my mind catches up, and I understand what I'm looking at. And when I do, I realize that it is looking right back at me. The object I am looking for sits on a small shelf below, and the eyes watch as I snatch it and get out of there as fast as I can. What the heck is going on in this town? And why can't I, like, tell Eli, hey, somebody's got a house full of eyeballs. Is there any kind of constabulary we can report this nonsense to? Oh my gosh. What did we get? What is this? It's made out of stone. And there's not much else I can tell. But it's got this symbol on it. So let's check our symbology book. It's like the reverse of the poison symbol. So maybe it cures poison? Because this is the poison symbol, but the cross is at the top. And since this has the cross at the bottom, maybe it cures poison? I don't know. Let's put it over here. These have all been identified. These have been identified. These still need to be identified. And this stuff down here. Okay. Sarah Barrington. We think we've finally located the wreck of the Orion out in the lake. Are you going to need a charm so you can breathe underwater? Sadly, our funding has run out and we can't afford expensive diving equipment. But we put our heads together and wondered if there was another way. You're our last hope. Yeah, I think I saw something in the book about a charm to help people breathe underwater. Breathe. Let's try this one. Yes, an ascus. An ascus allows the bearer to breathe underwater. The sensation is said to be most unusual since it requires one not to breathe at all. Those that use an ascus for extended periods sometimes forget to breathe once they are back on dry land and subsequently pass out. The core of the item is cold to the touch, but the ring, sometimes called the halo, stays warm. Alright, so it's cold in the middle and warm on the edges. and has something to do with water, so it might have a blue stone or something. Maybe this thing? Surprisingly warm, cool, and smooth. And it's blue, and it's like a drop of water. Oh, this is so pretty. I would love to make one of these in real life. The item has a ring. Closer inspection reveals the ring is warm, whereas the rest of the item is cold. We have more pages for our book. And she's got her amulet so she can breathe underwater. Let's update the tag. We'll make it blue. Is there anything that's like a drop of water shaped? Not really. And the icon for water, I think, is this one. This is fire. I think this is like earth, air, fire, and water. I could be wrong though. Let's check in the symbology book. Yes. Oh no, earth. Earth is this one. Air is this one. Fire and water, yep. I think it makes more sense for these to be the other way around, because earth would be like the majority of the triangle being underground. Air would be the majority of the triangle being above the horizon because it's air, but okay. And this is light and dark, huh? Okay. So we'll do that. Water charm there. Rowena Hardwick. I am close, but I need more power. I need St. Cedric's thunder, and quickly while the storm's raging. For what? What are you going to do with it? Well, I'm wondering if it's this, because I think it's got a symbol on it that represents thunder. Let's take a look. An engraved symbol. Let's look in the book. Under S for St. Cedric. St. Cedric's thunder is used to store the power of a single thunderclap. Alchemists have been trying to harness this power for centuries, and there are rumors that some have indeed successfully used it to transmute base metals into gold. They are placed on the tops of mountains to charge them during storms. Gemstones can be used to prevent the charge from waning over time. Alright, so see, if we take a look at this, there's gemstones on it, purple gemstones. Let's look here. Amethyst, a stone of containment. In real life, amethyst lore, I mean, I'm not saying it really does this for realsies, but I'm saying in, like, I think it was Greek mythology or Greek folklore or something, amethyst would keep you sober while you were drinking, so it was a very popular ring stone people would wear at parties. That's what I've heard anyway. Alright, yeah, stone of containment. And then if we look at the symbols, weather, see, this is the symbol for thunder, and this one's for lightning. But it's called St. Cedric's Thunder, so it would have the thunder symbol on it. I think that's it. Oh, let's pet the kitty. Hey, kitty! And that is it. A symbol of thunder appears on the clasp. Amethyst gemstones, stones of containment, can be used to prevent the charge from waning. Yep. We got some more pages for our book as a reward for successfully identifying St. Cedric's Thunder. Let's put the box back over here. I'm keeping containers on this shelf. Jars and boxes. guess that's a good color for it. I don't know. Oh no. The color of stormy skies. And let's put the thunder icon on it. Thunderbolts and lightning. Very, very frightening. There we go. Francesca Robertson. I've been trying to get hold of an ambra. Before she vanished, Verona said it might have something to do with my patients. Yeah, there's people in town that are turning up with black eyes. It had almost slipped my mind, but then I remembered that there's one right here in Strange Antiquities. Eli told me himself he keeps it locked behind ethereal key. Ethereal key? And by black eyes, I don't mean like they were punched in the eye. I mean like their eyeballs are turning black and they're in some kind of weird trance or something. Behind ethereal key. Ambra. I have no idea what that means. Let's look at an ambra. These items cause mental fog, a withering of intellect and thought. They are slow to work, requiring several hours to have any effect. Through prolonged use, they can cause the whites of the eyes to turn black and the subject to become disoriented. They produce a noctic field. Locked behind ethereal key. Is ethereal key something that's in our book? It is. An ethereal key is designed to be hidden from prying eyes. When activated by moving the object in a circular motion, the key is revealed by its gemstone of light. These are rare items and not generally known about outside of thaumic circles. Gemstones of the night power the concealment charm. Well, the gemstone of light is amber, I thought. Sunstone, fire and light, heat and life. Could this be it? Because I think this stone and this pink opal are both associated with the night. And this would be an amber stone. And this is kind of circular. And it's sort of almost, I don't know, I could see that being similar to a key of some kind. Oh, I moved it in a circle and the key was revealed. Oh. So does that mean I can take it over here and unlock this? Oh, we unlocked that. Oh my gosh. Now we have access to all these new objects in this whole new area. Oh, I've got to look at everything. What is this? Oh, looks like a bird skull. Bone and clay. I notice myself becoming drained of energy as I handle this object. It's hand carved from wood. It kind of looks like a little goblin, doesn't it? It smells strongly of linseed. Ooh, this looks like a compass. But it's not pointing in the same direction as this compass down here. Ooh, this is a coffin-shaped pendant. I saw one of these on the picture of Holgar, that evil deity guy. Gold, bronze. Look over here. See, he's wearing one right here. Ooh, that opens up. It's got a little symbol inside. Weathered. Staring at the symbol makes my head swim. Ooh, what symbol is it? Hypnosis symbol. Yeah. That's what it was. I guess these are the more dangerous objects locked behind here. Limestone. Grave symbols. It's rough and pitted. What symbol is that? It looks like the Pisces symbol in astrology. But I think, yeah, in this book it's paralysis. And then what's this little dude? Carved out of wood, rough. And he's got a symbol drawn on him too. Confusion. That was the confusion symbol. Alright, I'm just gonna leave these. Ooh, this is pointing at something. It seems to be pointing at this thing. The Elva stone, look. I wonder why. Can I close this now? Nope, that's going to be open now forever. Okay. Oh, right. We're trying. I was so busy just enjoying exploring the new areas that I forgot. I'm supposed to be doing something here. Right, Ambra. Mental fog, withering of intellect. They produce a noctic field. Alright, well, it's got to be one of these 7 objects in here because she said that it was kept with an ethereal key. Well, it might be this one since this has got the confusion symbol on it. Confusion. Also, let's check and see if it has a noctic field. I don't know what that would look like. Hang on. Noctic is circle, circle, square, little circle. Aha! See, look. This is the symbol for the Noctic branch of the Thalmic disciplines of the night. So I recreated this symbol in the lens and it's showing this pattern. So that's probably a Noctic field, which is what the object should have. It produces a noctic field if it's an ambra. So this has got to be it. The item has a symbol of confusion across its face, which matches the description of causing mental fog. It produces a noctic field when viewed in the thalamic lens. Yes, it does. Now it's been identified. We can put it back on the shelf. Ooh, this game just gets more and more complicated. I've seen it compared to Papers, Please, and I can see why. I've never played Papers, Please, but I've watched other people play it. Bonnie Robertson. You. I know you from somewhere. I don't remember why, but this shop was important somehow. I'm sorry, I know I'm not making much sense. I haven't been myself. I'll leave you be. She was the one that came here wanting a tool to assassinate Barton Potter. He's a relic hunter who somehow got her father killed. I don't know if that's something that happened in the previous game, Strange Horticulture, or if it's just part of the lore of this game, but she wanted me to help her assassinate him, and I didn't want to, so I used this diverging hook to carve out the portion of her mind that made her want to do that, I guess. So now she's confused. She just has fragments of memory. So that was a little follow-up from that storyline. Peter Leland. They've found some poor soul washed up on the lakeshore, an older lady by the sounds of it. Oh no, is it Verona Green? Drowned. But that's not the worst of it. Her eyes were all black, just like those others. I'm not taking any chances with the water around here. I'll take a bones guard. Okay, what's a bones guard? A small item known as a bones guard can be placed in any liquid to render it safe to drink. King Cedric the Meek was well known to be terrified of being poisoned, and so always drank from the same goblet and always placed a bones guard inside. He was stabbed to death in 1203. These objects bear the mark of the antidote, the goblet of King Cedric the Meek. Well, I was just looking at this thing. The symbol for poison is this diamond shape with the cross at the top. And so I was thinking that this was the symbol for an antidote because it's upside down. It's reversed. Look. Symbol for poison reversed would be the symbol for an antidote. So I'm thinking it's this. And it is. The symbol resembles the symbol for poison rendered upside down and with a line under it. Oh yeah, okay, I didn't notice that. It can be inferred that this is the mark of the antidote. Yep, that's what I inferred. I'm afraid I can't pay you, but I can offer a trade if you'll accept it. Sure. Not like I have any other option. Oh. Here, have this hand in a goblet. I don't know if that would work if I just walked into a shop. Like, hey, I need a pair of socks. I'll trade you this hand for it. No. But okay, I get it. I mean, that's my deal. I trade in strange antiquities, so let's take a look. It chills my blood to hold it, yeah. Oh, it's carved from stone, okay. And wood, all right. And some gold around the edge here. Crisscrossed grooves, yeah, I noticed that. Polished. Ooh, okay. A lot of body parts, a lot of hands. Got a hand down here, got some fingers. This thing looks like a hand, this has got a claw. Why not other body parts? It is the end of day 11. Let's see what dreams may come. The rider was lucky. He made it to Back Barrow and found refuge there and was nursed back to health. He would later discover his left eye was permanently blackened like his partner's eyes had been. Oh, wait a minute. Is this the story of Barton Potter? Because Barton Potter, the relic hunter, has an eye patch. And maybe the guy that was his partner that he fought with is the father of that lady that wanted to kill Barton Potter because Barton got her dad killed. This is the whole story. This is the story of how her dad got killed. So they went out relic hunting together. The rider and his fellow adventurer were underground exploring tunnels below the Kirkhead Tower. The Kirkhead Tower. Where's that? Is that in town or somewhere else? They made a discovery, but their elation turned to horror. They came into a chamber with a tomb. It had a black casket. That's the casket that the priest was talking about. She said it would be opened and Holgar's fury would be unleashed or something like that. Alright, so Barton woke up with a pain in his left eye. And the casket wants to be opened. So he carved with the diverging hook to cut away the infected part of his mind. His partner lunged toward the satchel that contained the casket, and his partner's eyes were black. He used the diverging hook on his partner, but his partner had been completely taken over by infection. It all is making sense now. Heavens opened, lightning flashed. One man wrested the casket from the other's grasp and galloped off into the cold darkness. That's gotta be Barton Potter. Of course, I don't know what any of this story has to do with these little tracing puzzles that I'm doing and the objects I'm finding because of them, but that's fine. Ooh, it looks like the sun. The sun and the moon. To my left, the day. To my right, the night. Alright. Aha, right here. The day, the night. This is it. That was it. I guess I didn't need my special jar to delve into that part of the catacombs because it was up higher. I find the row of 3 tombs in the upper levels of the catacombs. The cool darkness is strangely calming at times down here, and I sit for a while in quiet contemplation. When I rouse from my thoughts, I look down at my feet and find an item there. Had it been there all along, I never noticed it when I sat down. Oh, that's cute. I mean, it looks kind of like it's going, oh no, but it still is kind of cute. I like it. Let's see if we can figure out what that symbol is on its forehead. Deception. Ooh, it's made out of gold. Wood. Oak, if I'm not mistaken. Gold. It feels a little warmer than I would expect. Ooh, it makes a soft tinkling sound when it moves. I like that. I have nothing to remark. I still think this is cute. I like this object, even though I suppose it's meant to help you deceive people. Thanks for keeping me company while I played Strange Antiquities. If you like the objects you see in this game, you just might like my website in real life. Check out junkwitch.com. I do plan on continuing to play this game, and I hope you'll join me in the next episode. I want to especially thank those of you who support the channel. I'm a small channel, so every little bit of support I can get really does help me. My channel members, those of you who like, subscribe, leave comments, all of those things help the channel, and I appreciate it so much. Take care of yourself until next time. Bye!